Hello and welcome to Tech Deal's Game Performance Review, Grand Theft Auto 5. We're playing Grand Theft Auto 5 today on the $720 CyberPowerPC pre-built gaming computer. I have extensively covered this computer in the past. A link to the full playlist of videos on this computer is in the video description below. If you want to spend less than $1,000 on a gaming computer and you want something that is fast, easy to set up and use, powerful, easy to expand for the future, this is the one to buy. Go check it out. Now this computer comes with an Intel i5-6402p CPU. Yes, a weird product name. It's a slightly faster version of the i5-6400. 16 gigabytes of system RAM is installed. Now the machine comes with 8, but I have upgraded it to 16. And it includes the AMD's RX 480 4GB dedicated gaming graphics card. This machine is the ultimate 1080p gaming machine. If you want to play games at high or ultra detail at 1080p, this machine will do it beautifully. Now we are in fact playing at 1080p full HD resolution with every detail setting cranked to the max. I call it ultra detail because there are a few that are set to ultra, but basically there's no presets in Grand Theft Auto 5. Everything is set as high as it will go. Anti-aliasing's turned on, FXAA is turned on, and everything is cranked to the max. Fraps is used for the minimum, maximum, and average game performance numbers that you will see at the end of this video. However, it was not used to record this video. Instead, an external HD60 Pro hardware capture card was used to record the gameplay that you're watching. In fact, this computer doesn't even know it was being recorded, so there is zero effect on the frame rate or performance because I recorded this video. The numbers in green at the top left corner of the screen are from Msi Afterburner, a free program that you can download from MSI.com that will give you all kinds of information about what your computer is doing in real time while you're playing games such as GTA 5. The top line GPU, well, that's the AMD's excellent RX 480 graphics card. The percentage is how much compute power that the card is using, and we are currently using basically all of it, 100% or 99% as the case may be. Now the temperature, the 80 degrees Celsius, is how warm the card is running. Now please note, this is a reference blower card, not an aftermarket custom open air cooling card, which means it does run warmer than an aftermarket card does. However, 80 degrees is still well within normal operating temperatures, it's just fine. The RPM fan speed is how fast the fan is turning. Again, that speed is also normal. And then the clock rate of the card itself, which is 1266. The memory line, line 2, is the VRAM or video RAM on the card itself, not the main system RAM. That memory, we're currently using 3.5 gigabytes worth of the 4 gigabytes on this card. There does exist an 8 gigabyte version of the RX 480, but you do not need it for 1080p gaming. We are playing with all the details cranked to the max, and we're not using all the VRAM, so we're fine. Now, certainly in the future, or a handful of select titles, yes, there are games that will use more, but usually at some crazy hyper or nightmare detail, speaking of Doom and Mirror's Edge Catalyst. But at high or ultra detail, basically every current game will play just fine on a 4 gigabyte card. The third line CPU, that's how much of our i5-6402p processor we're using. Now this is a 4-core, 4-thread processor, so it has 4 cores and 4 processing threads. We are using most of it, and that is because Grand Theft Auto 5 is a well-threaded title that will use all 4 cores of a CPU. Would an i7 make any difference? No, not to Grand Theft Auto 5. There are starting to become a handful of games where it's starting to make a difference on. Battlefield 1 is the one that comes to mind, but those are the exception that proves the rule, which is in 2016 an i5 is still plenty for gaming. i7s are nice, but really an i5 is all that you need, especially for 1080p gaming. Now the temperature there on the CPU line is the processor itself. Please note, there is no custom or liquid cooling on this CPU. This processor is running with a very basic reference cooler at 50 degrees, nice and cool. There's no need to mess with it whatsoever. The fourth line, RAM, well, that's our main system RAM. We are currently using 6.5 gigabytes of our main system RAM. This computer comes with 8. Would Grand Theft Auto 5 play with only 8 gigs of RAM? Yes, it would play just fine. While it would play fine, I would still upgrade it. First of all, not every game is Grand Theft Auto 5. Second of all, there's nothing on this machine. This machine remains a completely bare test machine with nothing on it. There's nothing running in the background. There's no other programs downloaded and installed. It is a very clean machine that would not be a normal situation for somebody who had a bunch of things running. If you keep your game loaders or your game clients installed, if you have other programs running in the background, a web browser, or even just a bunch of non-game programs, this machine doesn't even have Microsoft Office installed. It's completely bare. So I highly recommend upgrading it to 16 because in addition to running the game, if you have extra RAM available, Windows will use it as a disk cache. Windows will use that extra RAM to store frequently loaded files from the hard drive. As you drive around a game like Grand Theft Auto 5, it dynamically loads scenery in the background off of the hard drive. So as you switch areas, it is going to run better. Ouch, that guy on the motorcycle was in trouble. It's going to run better if you've got more RAM. Considering that it is less than $40 to double the RAM from 8 to 16, upgrade your RAM. It takes 2 minutes. There's a video in the description. Go check it out. Frame rate. Now, the last line, we are running in DirectX 11 mode. Take a look at our real-time frame rate. Notice that we're over 60 frames per second. This game runs perfectly at max detail with everything turned up at 1080p on this computer. The RX 480 is a spectacular 1080p gaming graphics card. It's a reasonable price. It runs very well. I have now tested more than 40 games on the RX 480 card. Every single one of them plays gorgeous at 1080p at either high or ultra detail at 60 plus frames per second with no issues. I genuinely have been very, very happy with this machine and this card. Now, I've now owned this CyberPower machine for a while. Those of you who have watched to this point and who have come to the conclusion that, wait a minute, haven't you tested Grand Theft Auto 5 on this computer before? Yes, I have. But when I did it last time, I did it with the monitor on the desk, filming the monitor in the old style of game test that I used to do. Msi Afterburner was not running, there was less information about it. I've now had this machine for months. I've kept this machine because it is in fact such a good deal, and I'm going to go back and test a few more games such as Grand Theft Auto 5 on it with the Msi Afterburner program running so you can see more details, full screen so you get a much better idea of what this game will look like, and then with a voiceover narration like I'm recording here rather than trying to talk and play at the same time, which is how I used to do my game videos. Now, this will be the first one that I have done on this machine since I switched to full screen gaming. I'll do a few more. I won't redo every one of them because I don't think all of them deserve to be redone, but Grand Theft Auto 5 definitely does. Take a look at that. I think I'm stuck. Can I walk the truck off? Can I? Well, that's just silly. You just rock back and forth and, oh, that's gonna hurt, that's gonna hurt, that's gonna hurt. And well, you know, I don't suppose the truck is still drivable, but yeah, let's just hop out. Let's go steal somebody else's car. I have got so many hours into this game, I cannot begin to tell you. I've never finished it. In fact, I've got the first two characters. I've got your starting character, and I've got Michael. I don't have the third one yet. I just keep having too much fun running around, and yeah, that truck's not going to be long for the world. Wait for it, and I reckon they're not going to be very happy with me. You don't suppose the owner of that truck's going to be cranky that his truck got... Oh, they're all blowing up now. Would you guys get out of my way? I'm trying to steal this very nice car, which has already been shot up. The cops have no respect for the fact that I'm stealing these cars to try to get rich, and instead they just shoot at them. Well, this car's probably, its resale value is not very high. Here, we'll just use magic and make it really strong. And you get the idea of the performance. If you want to see the minimum, maximum, and average performance numbers, skip to about 13 minutes and 30 seconds in this video. Just drag it forward. There's just a couple more minutes of gameplay I'm going to leave in here. I'm going to turn the sound up a bit. I'll narrate it a little bit, but basically you get the idea of performance. But the upcoming driving and crashing was kind of fun, so I'll leave a couple of minutes in and then trim it out and show you the results at 13 minutes and 30 seconds. That is one smashed up car, is it not? Let's turn up the sound now. I don't know about you, but driving this fast, missing a tire, ouch, usually will cause that. The cars, obviously, it's a game, of course, I know that. Take a look at the front axle. That is just smushed. You don't suppose we should steal this? Oh, yep. In fact, I think we're going to. I'm actually doing the voiceover for this more than a week after I recorded this footage. I meant to get this up last week, but I didn't have a chance to. Come on, let's go back and steal that truck, shall we? I had forgotten about this, so we are going to go steal that truck, and he won't mind. I love having a trailer. I'm not very good at hooking up the trailers, but who cares? That's why it's fun to just go steal another one. You would think the cops would get out of the way. When a guy steals a truck and all your bullets aren't doing anything, and he's about to drive over you with an 80,000-pound 18-wheeler, maybe you'll grow a brain and get out of his way. The funny thing is when you type in turtle to do the cheat to repair your vehicle, it only repairs your actual vehicle, not the trailer. So when the trailer's tires get shot out, Turtle doesn't fix them. I don't know if there is a way to fix them. There may not be a command for that because the trailer is actually considered a separate vehicle entirely. We need the theme from Smokey and the Bandit running right now. The one when they're driving through everything with the truck and just smashing through everything. If you haven't seen Smokey and the Bandit, and goodness forbiddness if you don't know what movie I'm talking about, go check out Smokey and the Bandit, a totally cool movie from the 70s with a Trans Am and a big rig that just was entirely too much fun. I would go find the soundtrack and put it on, but you know, that's licensed copyrighted music, so sadly I can't do it. So just insert it in your own head and just pretend like we're I'm not even gonna try to sing it because I can't sing. Oh, I lost my trailer. Oh, I ran over something. Oh well, now we have more performance. This bridge here is on the west side of the map, and I've used this bridge before for running back and forth and causing mayhem and destruction. It's a nice flat piece of road, the guardrails are fairly strong, and come on folks, yep, that guy's not very smart, and they're not very smart. Ow! How about we turn around? Ooh, I'm not gonna turn around. I'm gonna run him over, and the guy on the motorcycle didn't like that very much. Are the cops ever going to run out of police cars? I mean, they just keep putting police cars and more police cars in front of me, and ooh! That minivan, that station wagon looked like it was from Chevy Chase straight out of the movie Vacation. What? The cops are running into each other here. Silly cops. Airborne! Oh my goodness. That was pretty cool. This truck is mighty durable. I didn't remember that part. As I said, it's been more than a week since I recorded this, and I've done quite a few things since then, so it's kind of all fuzzy. I did not watch this before doing the voiceover. I stuck it in, checked to make sure it was the right video, and hit record, and so we're just voicing it over while watching it, and it's kind of interesting watching a gameplay that you haven't done for a while. Spinning around in circles. Gotta make sure our painkiller's on. Painkiller gives you invincibility. Turtle repairs your vehicle. Tool Up gives you more ammo, armor, and weapons. Comet gives you that cool vehicle you saw at the beginning. There's actually a bunch of vehicles. There's a whole list of cheat codes that you can spawn. The rocket launcher's always fun. Did you see the car tumble? Holy, look at them fly through the air. That's dangerous to shoot that close. It just flipped over in the air like it was just, uh-oh, that's going to be expensive. Ouch. All right, that's enough. Let's go take a look at the results, shall we? And here we are at the results. Average of 80 frames per second. Minimum of 55, max of 117. Perfect performance. There was actually only a handful of frames that were down below 60 frames per second. The vast majority of the gameplay was between 75 and 85 frames per second. At 1080p, perfect. This is an amazing value for the money. Everything from Grand Theft Auto 5 to Battlefield 1 to Rise of the Tomb Raider to you name it. All the current games play perfectly on this $720 machine. Go check out my review if you have not already seen it. Like this video if you like it, don't if you don't. Remember to subscribe to my channel with the big huge red button right down below. Questions and comments go in the comment section below, and as always, it's all about the video description. Links to my full playlist of videos on this computer, a link to Amazon.com where I bought this computer, and so should you if you want the best value in a gaming desktop PC under $1,000, and links to buy Grand Theft Auto 5 if you by chance don't happen to own a copy. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.